All right.
Safety second.
Click in.
You didn't let it go forward far enough.
Did it?
Yep. All right. Butt, crank.
You're going to be on show for a second.
Yeah,
so
hang on.
let it warm up a little bit.
Give it a little gap. Let them. Well, she's rolling.
Hey guys, welcome to today's video. It's Erica with Bar 7 Ranch, and today's the day that we've been waiting for. Today's the first crank for the engine. So the boys are super excited. It just started raining, so I was trying to get all the camera equipment to get out to the shop and we get started on this project. We've got Dave coming back to help with that, so come along. If it stops raining for a second, I'll head out there and give y'all a look-see, but check out this rain. We don't want it to stop. I just should have went out there a few minutes earlier and had to been clear. That is a nice, beautiful, fabulous little rain we're getting. I did not even know it was gonna rain. All right, guys, we made it out here to the shop to the boys. It stopped raining long enough to get out here. Now it can continue. And now they're just trying to button up this exhaust system, I think, before Dave gets here. I think they're missing a few pieces of some stuff, as per usual. And so, I'm gonna go get some supplies out of the truck. All right, guys. Dave hasn't got here yet, but the boys went and got the seat to put it in so that we could like crank the truck without having to sit weirdly.
We're going to recover the seat.
I can't hear you.
I said we're going to recover the seat. We've just got it set in there so that we can have it to set on when we crank it.
Oh, okay. What the heck, bro? You want me to get in?
You gonna get in it?
Let me get in. Alright. We're in.
You can't put this part on YouTube.
Okay, sorry guys, you're not gonna be able to hear the music because the first fill up. Never mind. Please hold. Cliffhanger, please hold for the first fill up.
You gotta end that video right there.
Oh, okay. Maybe next week. Stay tuned for next week. All right, here we go. What? All right, here we go. The first fill up. How does it feel to be filling your truck up for the first time?
Pretty good, pretty good.
All right. Hello, guys. You going?
Yep.
Hello, guys and girls out there. So today is the big day. We've got our friend here, Dave from Dave's Speed Shop, in with us.
How you guys doing?
So kind of a funny story. I don't know if I've even told you this whole story yet, Dave. It's that.
You're gonna be embarrassed.
So
That's fine.
y'all, if y'all look back a few videos when we first set the motor in the frame before the cab and everything was on it, my friend Justin Stevens was here with us, and we used his motor hoist to drop it in and everything. And for some reason, I had it in my mind. He was like, "Hey, if you need anything to like wires and stuff like that, I've got a guy over in Waco. His name is Dave, and he's got everything." I don't know why I had that in my mind, but a few days later, Dave commented on one of our videos, and then a year or two later, when we were getting closer to cranking the motor, we were talking about doing some wiring, and Dave commented again. So I reached out to him and said, "Hey, you do this for a living. I mean, Dave builds custom speed cars, just
All
custom
kinds of
cars,
stuff, yeah.
all kinds of stuff. And I'm like, would you just mind coming out and checking over everything before we get too far in this? Because I don't want to ruin something because we did something wrong. Because if y'all haven't noticed, we're just flunkies at this. This is the first time we've ever done this. And it really went way deeper than we ever intended it to be. But Dave's like, sure. So he came out, I guess maybe a week and a half, 2 weeks ago. Looked over everything, gave us a few pointers about some stuff. We got everything else ready. And he said, he made the offer. He said, when y'all get ready to crank that thing, just let me know and I'll come over. He said, I put in 8 or 10 of those Blueprint motors a year. I'll help y'all get it going. So I said, no big deal. Well, then the next day I was up at Justin Stevens' office and I said, hey, I met Dave. And he's like, who are you talking about? I said, well, Dave, your friend from over in Waco. Is like, I don't know who you're talking about, man. So sorry that I thought we knew you, but I'm glad we do now because it's awesome. But a couple of things Dave brought over is stuff. We're going to charge the AC system, the new Vintage Air that we got. Or is that right? No, Vintage Air.
Yeah.
The Vintage Air system we got, we're going to charge it. And we're going to go through all the steps and see if we can get Old Blue to fire up for the first time in nearly 2 years. We bought this motor in January of 2023 and it sat in the shop for a year or so. Then we got it put in earlier this year. And we're looking forward to hopefully letting her crank up today. So Dave, let's walk the people through what exactly we're going to do right now, and then we'll start working on it.
So for starters, just so we can
Go
ahead.
Why don't you tell them where they can find your stuff at and kind of your background, a little introduction. So
Okay, I've been restoring classic cars like 25 years, pretty much since I got out of high school. That's what I got into. I was passionate about it. That's what I wanted to do. I'm Dave Speed and Custom, and I just happened to move to Waco 2 years ago, and I do ground up restoration and hot rod builds for all different kinds of cars. So what I'm going to do is...
Where can they find you on?
you can find me at Dave Speed and Custom. That's the logo. On Instagram, I got a Facebook. That's pretty much the only platforms. I'm not on TikTok or anything.
If somebody was looking to have a vehicle restored or made and they wanted to reach you, can they find you on the web?
Oh yeah,
you got a website?
I don't have a website. Reach out to me on Instagram or Facebook. DM me. Believe me, I'm not hard to find.
There you go.
Yeah.
Dave Speed and Custom. All right, now back to the motor.
Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get a jump on the AC system. We're gonna put vacuum to it. We're gonna see if it holds vacuum to start with while we're doing other stuff. Next thing we're gonna do is we are gonna double check TDC, which is top dead center for people who don't know, on the motor. Make sure we're on top dead center compression stroke, so we are ready to fire when we hit this thing. We're gonna check our distributor, make sure that's all set up, put that back together. I'm gonna prime the carburetor, and we're gonna put fluids in this thing, and hopefully she lights and we're ready to go.
Awesome. All right, well, Clarence, take your breather off first while Dave's getting the...
Yeah, perfect.
And hopefully if we did everything right, bub, this is all tight and it all stays like it's supposed to.
What are
So
the
far, it looks
chances?
good. I mean, usually dead giveaway will be, if you got a couple random loose lines anywhere.
I don't think we got any though, but who knows?
I think I found your last loose line last night, remember?
That one could use a little. That's probably 1 1/16 if you got one.
Got a loose one?
Yeah, just a little bit. Well, you'd be surprised. It'll hold vacuum.
Oh,
You'll find out the hard way.
when it...
Yeah. And it's holding right now, but...
So you got a high and a low side on the
Yeah.
AC. What is it? But what does that mean for the average Joe that doesn't know? What is the high and the low side?
Well, this would be the suction side as it's drawing refrigerant, towards the compressor, and this is what they call a high side, which is the charge side. And somebody's going to crucify me out there because I'm not a rocket scientist with AC. But basically, this is where your charge comes out, goes through the condenser, and then it's going to start heading back into the evaporator core in the cabin. That's actually going to get cold. Fan blows across it, and that's how you get cold air in there. So we're sucking a vacuum on it to make sure that the system is sealed right now, so we know it's going to do what it can, and it's drawing any of the moisture that, as we've been building the truck, doing the thing, taking any of the moisture out of the system, so we can start with just dry, clean air in there, ready to go. So I put it on, usually I go about, 1 to 2 minutes. Your first indicator is here on your suction side, so you can see zeros over there. And we're at 28 inches of vacuum on the thing. You notice the gauge only goes to 30 there. Maximum you're ever gonna hit is 28. So what I do is I put a little vacuum on it, and then we go ahead and we close them. And now we're isolating the system from the vacuum pump, and we're gonna see, okay, does it hold? Is it gonna sit at 28? So usually I'll just ignore the tank for a little while. We'll go do something for 5 minutes, start on TDC in our motor and see where we're at. And if I come back over here and that needle hasn't moved and we're at 28, good deal. We're ready to proceed and keep going. So it looks like we're not moving at all now. We're gonna get a jump on pulling the number 1 spark plug, verifying that we're at TDC there. And then we'll go ahead and dive into our distributor stuff. So I brought a special little socket for getting the spark plug out.
Okay.
It's not like your typical spark plug socket, because I noticed last time y'all got headers.
Right.
So I'm gonna pull this guy off. If you have a 5/8 wrench, that would be handy though.
Regular wrench or?
I saw the awesome gear wrench set, so I brought minimal stuff.
I got a step stool back here if you need it too.
I probably will. I wasn't blessed with height. Yeah.
Baby's in there, ain't it? There it is. I ain't been out in 2 years.
Yeah, the thing I don't want to do is crack the porcelain, and then we need a spark plug.
I think
before
I got
we
an
go to
extra
the
one.
store.
It
Yeah.
may not be the right one, but I think we got an extra
I've
one.
got to where when I buy them, I buy 9.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now this, guys, keep in mind that this Blueprint motor, I can't find the paperwork on it, but it's been, we bought a fully dressed one, so it came with all the front end on it, the belt. It's already been dynoed. I mean, it's already been cranked and run.
There's your dead giveaway. You can see the spark plug's been run. These guys are pretty good. I will say, amazing customer service, amazing warranty. They never give me any hassle about anything. In my opinion, best guys you could buy a crate motor from if you need to. Okay, now we're gonna do this. We're gonna come up here, we're gonna disconnect our battery power at the distributor so we know that we are not gonna fire.
Okay.
Now, if we take,
All right. Now hook your purple.
okay.
So guys, what he's doing right here is there is a neutral safety switch that goes on the clutch pedal so that you have to have the clutch engaged before it'll crank as a safety so that, because these old pickups, if you leave them in gear and you've got that bypass like we just did, you can crank it and it'll lunge forward if it's in gear. So we hadn't been able to get that put back on yet, so we're just bypassing it right now, and that's why we were checking to make sure the truck was in neutral. So ready to hook this up?
Yes, sir.
Are we going to be hooking this up and taking it off a bunch, or just put it on?
You don't need to make it super tight. Just wedge it down so it's, there.
I think we're on there good now. All right.
Okay. You want to go ahead and bump the key. Just turn it until you hear it hit the starter.
If we did
And
everything,
we're going to know if we're wired okay.
just bump.
What the
Okay.
heck?
Now, what you're going to do for me, Clancy,
We
I'm
should have
going to
turned
put
the
my
windshield on.
I'm going to put my finger in here. The key with this, Clance, is when I say bump it, you're trying to do it as little at a time. Not rah, rah. We want it to be like click, 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 click. Because when we get close, I'm going to tell you a little bit, and I mean like the softest you can hit the starter.
Repeatedly or just once?
I'll tell you each time I say hit it, hit it, hit it. All right, go ahead and bump it. Again, 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 again longer. Real quick. Right there. Okay. So now I can see here we're at 30 degrees initial. if we look at our 0 mark, so we're coming up on it. If you look down here, we got our timing pointer. We got our timing pointer. We can see 0. We can see where we're at. We're in the zone right there. In fact, I've got 10 degrees initial timing in the thing right now.
Okay.
Now, I brought a paint pen, and what I'm going to do to make our life easier, so when we go to time it, I'm going to mark 0 on our harmonic balancer. That way, when you're looking at it, I'm going to mark 0 on our chrome timing pointer, and I'm going to mark the 0 up here so we can line it up. That way we know. I've got a count back timing light, so I'm going to be able to read it and see right where we're at. I'm going to let that little drop off there. Okay. Now, if you have a flathead screwdriver, that would be here. Our pointer's pointed over there. We got number 1. Where are we? We're going to do this. I am going to move all these and rotate it back just a little. Okay, so what I like to do, I always mark the top of this so I know when I got them all off. Now if I go like this, yeah, that's where I'd like it to be. Okay, so I'm pretty picky, so I like my cap to sit just like this. So what I'm going to do is we're going to take all these off, we're going to take it loose, and we're going to move it 1 tooth and drop it down so we can get it pointed in line just like the manual says right here, so we don't have number 1 tucked away over here. Now, will it work like this? Sure, it would. I could rotate a little bit more like this, but I don't want to get to where my vacuum advance, if I'm going to set the timing, starts to run into the intake manifold or hinders anything. And if we take the time to do it now, you're not going to be bothered to do it later, because once it's running, nobody likes taking their car back apart for fun.
All right.
So 1-843-6572.
1-843-6572.
That's our firing order. Okay. I'm gonna take our little tack wire off.
Remember that?
No, I already forgot it.
Okay. Let's set that, if you would. Don't drop that guy, we're gonna need him. And then I got a special wrench over here for this.
Let's move this up here. Well, you one of them fancy deals too. These things are awesome, aren't they?
Oh yeah, Power Probe?
Yeah.
Fantastic.
I'm gonna set this right there.
So we're gonna take this guy loose. I'm gonna set my little behind back here. And we're gonna try to get us. Can I see the distributor cap again, please?
So really, the only reason you're doing this is just for
Aesthetics.
Okay.
Yeah. I just like it to sit where it's like, you know, you want it to when you're all done, you kind of want it to sit perfect like this. This should be number 1. And we want to end up taking it to where we can go. We're going to get to drop like that. Okay. Yeah, well, I kind of about there. But it's going to come down a little further. Do you have a long flathead?
Yep.
I'm going to turn the oil pump drive because that's what's hanging us up.
So, over here in our lev rack, we've got all of our. We got our motor.
hold on.
That's all power steering fluid.
That thing didn't track.
There you go. So we even bought the Blueprint break-in oil, like Blueprint suggested. So Clancy's going to tote them over there.
Is this all of them?
There you go. Take that and then power steering fluid. I don't know how much it takes. Probably a quart.
Where are we gonna need to put this?
Over here on this side.
There you go. Here's your funnel.
Okay. What we are gonna do, we got our dipstick over there. Okay, before I forget, I'm gonna tighten up that spark plug. Get that snug down. Now let's do this, because sometimes they're real good. Some of their stuff will come with oil. Can I steal any one of these rags?
Yes, sir. Any one of them you want there.
Okay. So we're gonna check it first so we don't overfill it. Nope, we're ready to add it.
All right, Bob, we'll undo that cap, and here's your funnel.
We're trying to vacuum back on so we can just keep going.
It's ready, right?
Yep, you can go ahead and put 5 quarts in just to start. That's one, yeah, go ahead. Yep.
Blue like Blueprint, huh?
Yeah.
So I think the Blueprint motor comes with a 3-year, like 50 or 60,000 mile warranty, don't
Yeah, I
it?
think it might be 2-year 50,000.
Y'all need to look that up. It's pretty good. I mean, that's one of the reasons we decided to go with it. So
That's about as good as it gets. I mean, General Motors, Ford, any of those guys are, especially you giving somebody, I mean, some of their stuff is, they got 800 horse, 632 inch big blocks, and they still stand behind it with a warranty. So that's saying something for a company.
So I'll show y'all. Here's the
I'm gonna
motor
teach
we
you a
bought.
secret.
This is
You wanna see
this
this?
is from when we bought it.
Check this out. Here's the secret. To start with, I try to get punch my little tin foil out of the way and usually take it out so I don't lose it. If you leave your end of the thing up, you can pour it quick to where it doesn't glug. Like if you start to go fast, it starts to want to glug on you and go slow.
Okay, I'm ready
so
now.
You can actually pour
So here's the motor we bought.
like this.
Let's see. Here's the stock number on it. This BP 350 CT-CK. We got it from Summit Racing. We bought this motor in March of 2023, and it was $6,369, so $6,400. When I look today, I think it's $7,400. I think they've gone up $1,000 bucks. But and I know what a lot of people are going to say is that's a lot of money, but the fact of the matter is
Rotate this side.
if I had to pay somebody to rebuild this old motor, rebuild the old motor that was in here,
Hey.
I'd probably spend close to
right
$4
there.
grand,
Yeah.
4 or 5 grand, and it'd probably have a 3-month warranty. So here, I mean, we bought a fully dressed, the water pump, the power steering pump, the AC compressor, everything on it's brand new and warranted. So
You know where the water pump is?
yeah, it's right here. This thing's right here. That's a power steering pump. But anyways, so all that to be said is sometimes you spend more money to be money ahead in the long run than you will if you try to save money and unless you, I mean, like
Unless
if you're
you
a motor-
enjoy it.
If you're a motor builder like Dave, you mean you can probably build one cheaper than you can buy one, but
Yeah, I put in their motors just like this, fully dressed with all their stuff. Works fantastic. I bought their motors long block form and put all my own front stuff on and even converted them to EFI. I took one of their engines one time and converted they took the cam out, put a different cam in and converted it. And when I told them what I was doing, the guys still told me he'd honor the warranty. Might not do that for everybody,
Right.
but I'm just saying.
Yeah.
that was one of the big, I wouldn't say dilemmas, but we thought about going EFI, which is electronic fuel injection, versus carbureted. But it's like, you know, it's an old farm truck. It needs a carburetor. You need that feel.
Yes, I have gas. Okay, we can start troubleshooting some more stuff when we're out ranching.
So you got 5 of them in there yet, or?
This is the fifth.
So next step is going to be, Clarence already put about 5 gallons of fuel in the fuel tank. What's next, Dave?
We are going to double check our coil wire, that even when we go to crank it, that we are still getting power there under cranking. And it'll go ahead and give us a second with no load on the motor while it's brand new, so we can see, hey, we got a little oil pressure, we're starting to get some oil in the system before we light this thing off. And as long as we see all that's good, we are going to fill and prime our carburetor, and we're going to be ready to party.
Alright, so you got 5 in it?
Yes, sir.
In the oil filter, don't we? When you take it off some of
We
that?
could, yeah. I'm a big fan of that.
That's over the field line,
Yeah.
which it ain't pumped any up in anywhere. So
Yeah. We'll be all right. That's hot.
That's hot. Yeah.
That's what the covers are for there.
What the covers are for, ladies. Let me put those on.
Wait, what did you just hit? Oh, the gas?
With the,
You're gonna short something out.
probably. We need to get the other one. I think it fell down in there, down below somewhere.
That's a good job for plants to crawl around and find.
Exactly.
It's a good way to shorten the dipstick.
You know, if I'd have thought about that when I mounted that on there, I probably wouldn't have mounted that there, huh?
Going to
Get there when we get there.
Oh yeah. Okay, so we want to get this guy. Okay.
Was it hand tight or?
It feels tight, but you know what? We're gonna hope. I'm gonna blame Clancy if he dents the thing. We just go nice and steady. Please don't. Yep. There we go. Okay. That's good there. Let me see if I can get it by hand.
That ought to have oil in it if I cranked it with the.
Well, a lot of times they put a fresh one on there for you.
Yeah, you did it, Clarence. Good job.
You can see you busted, dude.
I did what?
Okay. Now we're gonna go ahead and prime it.
Those are notorious for denting them, so don't feel bad.
Yeah.
Way to go. Good job.
Gear wrench, if you can hear this, they could really use the oil filter wrench. Because it'll soak in.
And when you get ready to put this on, you always get your little oil and rub it around that.
Dude, I hope he's been listening. He knows a thing or two. Most people don't get this far. I'm gonna tell you that right now.
What part? What do you mean?
Did everything y'all done on the truck?
Really?
Yeah. I seen your diagrams. You can't hide that from me. I seen your wiring diagrams.
Cody watches an enormous
through.
amount of YouTube,
Yeah,
okay?
Well, hey, you know what? YouTube certified.
Yeah. If you don't,
Right there.
know how to do it,
Yeah.
find a plate, find somebody that does.
Yeah. And then watch a couple more and make sure
Make
I
sure
got
they
one
got it.
wired.
Exactly.
Everybody ready?
Hope so. Then what we're gonna do, I'm gonna have you go in there, Clance. And we are just gonna go key on, so just ignition for me. Okay, so we have power there. Now what I want you to do is go ahead and crank it over.
All the way?
Yep, you crank it over all the way.
For how long?
Just, I'll tell you when to stop. Just watch me. Okay. We still got power, so that's a good thing. We don't need the kicker wire from the starter, so our voltage drops a little, but hey, we're okay. Okay, so what I'm gonna do now, I'll fill our float balls.
Make sure you got it on the left-hand tank. Okay. Huh? Switch, push it to the top. All right. I heard it click. I heard it click. Yep.
Go ahead and shut your ignition off.
Not yet, but here's your oil pressure. And it should be running somewhere around about 60, right?
Yeah, you should put anywhere between 30 and 60. I mean, chances are, if everything goes right, this thing's gonna fire. You should see oil pressure come up like almost instantly. And if you don't, holler so we can shut it off.
Okay.
You wanna-
No, big boy.
Yeah. That's right. That, you know, that's probably your most important gauge you're gonna look at. That, and you know, that's all we really care about right now. Yeah, we need water.
Yeah, let's put some coolant in it.
Camera on for the new trick.
Do you use the edge of the? I use the edge of the cap where it's got the little lock, and around your tinfoil, and it'll take your tinfoil out perfect for you, so you don't have a little tinfoil tail that might fall into your radiator.
You want a palm?
And then grab it with your fingers and peel it out of there.
You can probably do that. Why spill it out or whatever, huh?
Good point.
Maybe right here.
All right, go ahead and fire it up. Go. Okay.
All right.
Safety second.
Click in.
You didn't let it go forward far enough.
Did it?
Yep. All right. Clutch, crank.
That's the gas pedal, right?
You're gonna be on choke for a second,
Yeah,
so
hang on.
let it warm up a little bit. You can kick it off of the choke.
So this has an electronic choke on it. So let it move it way down on the clutch. Okay, I think it's kind of bumping me out. Right on, buddy. Now did you hear how the choke went on? Got the steering wheel you want or you want it down some? Alright. Clutch in, over and down. Alright, then I'll see you off. I'll give you gas. Are you giving gas? Yeah, you are.
How much is it take you? What, I had it.
Okay, I just making sure. Give it a little gas. Let him. Well, she's rolling.
Turn the air conditioner down. Turn it off, yeah. I can hear.
Is it showing your RPM?
Yeah, nearly in two.
Okay. No speedometer because we ain't hooked that up.
It's too full for to know our speed.
You gonna get out of?
What?
I thought we turned them off. Oh, that's the air coming up through there. Try not to hit the brake any because we've got that brake fluid leaking.
Yes.
Alright, mash on it. Give us some gas.
Hold on, I need to know. Quick, I needed to know where second was.
Okay. Don't. And when you
Already
get it,
rolling.
just downshift down to first, yeah. Let off your clutch. Now go a little bit. Not so hard, dude.
Why not?
You're trying to ease it in a little bit.
I'm sorry.
Are you just idling right there?
I mean, I'm not pressing the gas in real hard enough.
Well, give us some gas. I mean,
I don't want to go too fast because I know you barely got no brakes, right? I need to turn around right here. Jeff,
yeah. Slow to first gear. Slow down a little bit. Put it in neutral.
put it in neutral.
Yeah, because we're not using the brakes. Alright, try put it in low gear right now. Let's see what granny low feels like. Now let's see if you can shift gears smoothly. Don't punch it, just ease into it and ease off and shift. Ease out on your clutch, not so hard. Pretty good so far. What do you think?
Sir?
What do you think?
I mean,
Downshift. I don't want to jump it. We're not trying to Dukes of Hazzard this in cattle guard. I go a little bit. Get it?
huh?
Go ahead. Now go. Get it. Give it a little break. Little break.
I don't got none
Yes,
barely.
you do. Okay, just. Alright, now see if you get it. Second gear.
Second?
Yeah. Yeah. We're gonna have to get the brakes tightened up a little bit.
Yeah, because that sucker was real loose down there. I was on the floor with it.
What's your temperature and your oil pressure look like?
180 and 75.
Okay.
Charging
Peak RPM 3200. Your mileage gauge ain't gonna work because we ain't got the speedometer hooked up. Okay. Okay. When you get up here and go across the cattle guard, you rack your pipes off, but you don't push it all the way to the floor like you're trying to blow the motor up.
Like put it in neutral and rack the pipes off?
Yeah. Or push in the clutch. Go now. Alright, leave it right here. Leave it idling for a second.
Oh, yeah.
I think it's too loud. What do you think, Dave? You think it's too loud?
I don't think there'll be a cooler one in town.
Was that fun?
Oh,
What is that?
probably shouldn't have let that drug, but it's alright.
So it was exciting?
Show them what it sounds like. Give it a little rev. He can't wait for this, I promise you. is that what's the ticket they give you when it's too loud? It's not noise pollution, but what do they call that?
Maybe excessive noise? I don't know.
Yeah, we might want to back off on.
I've got that before.
We might need something besides the cherry bombs.
Stereo.
Huh?
No,
That's a walk. That's a rolling speed. That's a rolling ticket, dude.
It ain't even got the trailer ones on it.
All right. All right, go cut her off. All right. Well, guys, a huge thank you to Dave's Speed and Custom, because without him, I guarantee you that truck wouldn't have rolled out of the shop tonight. I just know we wouldn't have got there. There's too many things that we didn't know, the little techniques to make it work. So, thank you, Dave. Appreciate that.
Yes, sir.
Very much.
Yep.
Y'all check him out, Dave Speed and Custom.
Yes, sir.
Facebook, Instagram. He's the guy right there. Thank y'all. Y'all keep wrenching. We'll see you next time.